with Paulette. It is Aloha Wednesday. We are halfway through the week. It's been one of those mornings. I don't know if you guys tried this after a hike to turn around and get up like nothing happened the day prior. Guys, let me tell you something. My recovery right now is a little bit better than the average, like how when I started. Maybe because I've been doing it so long now, my body's already acclimated to it, and I do input the right amount of foods and type of foods that your body needs. I know that when it was yesterday, my friend, she was like, I brought me some corn rice. So if you're an island girl, you know what corn rice is. You should know what corn rice is. So she had some of that. Everybody enjoyed the corn rice. They make it's like a porridge where they get the corn, they shred the corn, take all the shells off of it, leave the inside, they cook it, add milk and a lot of sugar and nice little seasoning to it. So it's like a dessert. But I told her, girl, after that long hike, ain't no way I'm going to input that first thing in my body. I was going to wait until I could get some proteins and some good fats in my body yesterday, which I did. So that's why probably today I came back and there's I don't have no soreness, even though I did 2,000 and something steps. I do feel my body a little bit heavier than the average. It just feels like your muscles have had been under some type of tension. But with that being said, my recovery is on point. I do not feel like I just fought a whole battle by myself. It feel like my body is not as sore as I thought. Maybe as well that I had enough water to make sure that I get all the nice inflammation that was in the muscle out. So that was a good thing. I did wanted to come back to you guys because I went on a little rant yesterday, or not yesterday, a few days ago with my lift, and I just wanted to give you guys the update in regards to how that went about, you know, with me having to call customer service and letting them know that um, they always do our background checks, but we are not able to figure out who we are carrying in the back of our cars. So, I got a great feedback from it. They did remove one of my strike that I got for the lady said I was driving too slow, which was not even like I couldn't fathom that because when you're on Lyft Drive or any type of driving apps, you want to make sure that you are driving safe. And I just felt like that didn't even warrant the strike. So I guess they went, sent it up, elevated the claim, and they came back and they removed the one from me. So that was a plus. That was a plus. But I guess, sometimes we think we're doing the right thing and we're working hard, but the devil keeps working harder. And we just got to see him come in. And when he do arrive, you just got to, don't move. You stay firm in your seat. And just, I love God to remove and maneuver around all the chaos. So I just felt like that week, back to back, 2 weeks straight, they were just giving me strikes. And I was like, 2 years, I've been doing this, not 2 years, 1 year. I registered 2 years ago. I started to work Lyft around last year. So, the the pay and everything was good. And in Hawaii we do have a little few crazies, but not a whole lot of crazy. And it just was mind blogging for me to be able to have that scenario to like a learning lesson, because I never even thought about it at the beginning. A lot of times when you're on these gig economy apps, you're not thinking about certain scenarios that can happen to you. You're like, listen, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to take this from point A to point B, and you're going to just do what you got to do. However, though, when the scenarios do happen, it's good, bad in a way, good that you had the scenario happen, you figure out how to respond to it. Yes, they worked on it. The sad part is that there's many more to come. When you're on these gig economy apps, you're going to encounter scenarios over and over, different scenarios. The more rides that you do, the more scenarios hopefully more positive than negative you're going to encounter, so for me, like I mentioned to you guys, we did got a chance to remove one of my strikes that was wrongfully given to me, just because a customer may or may not like you, or just your spirit and theirs do not mesh, so that was a great thing to come back after my rant. I was like, I don't want the people to feel discouraged. I don't want you all to feel discouraged, like, oh my gosh, I guess we're not gonna do Lyft because Paulette had this encounter. No, you all take advantage of things that happen to me, and I share with you guys. You know, that's for you to learn and not to repeat or do or be mindful of the scenarios that happen. But with that being said, yesterday was a great day. I had an amazing time with friends and family. We did a whole lot in one day, and I'm looking forward to, you know, to doing dinner for tomorrow. We're going to do dinner with the kids and the family members before they get to leave, and just spend some time, spending time with people that you haven't seen for over 10 years is such a beautiful thing. If you guys are just coming into Life of Paulette, go ahead and hit that like button. I see it's all 15 of you guys up in here, so I'll appreciate, give me a little thumbs up. That'll be great. Um, Hi, Variah. Welcome to Life with Paulette. Hope all is well with you, sister. I was just giving a little update in regards to my hike yesterday, and giving a little feedback in regards to my lift rant that I went on for the last 2 weeks. Somebody just decided they want to give me two strikes. So I was coming back to let everybody know that's thinking about doing Lyft as a female, driver, that is, don't get discouraged, because it's a great way for you to earn extra income. However, though, sometimes you're going to have certain scenarios that's a good thing, so you can learn from it. But just be mindful that the more rides that you do, the more activities that you do on any app, you are bound to find um, scenarios that probably one negative, maybe two negative out of 100. You're going to find at least one to two. So just get ready for it. Be mindful that scenarios can happen. But overall, I highly recommend, you know, females to try out Lyft. Try not to do it in the nighttime. I would not do it in the nighttime. So I'm only going to speak from the things that I will do and won't do. I would not drive Lyft at night. I won't drive Lyft early mornings. I like to drive Lyft like this when the sun is already coming up, and the environment is basically where I can see where I'm going and which locations I'm going to. So be mindful as a female driver that you have to know your surroundings and not to go in to situations and areas that's not appealing for us. Okay, yeah, and you all know what I'm talking about. Everybody know the area in their state, in their zone, that they're like, nah, we ain't going in there. So you can always cancel or do not accept. When Lyft send you, or any one of those driving apps send you um, an offer, that they'll tell you where you're going to pick the individual up and where you're dropping them off automatically. So once you know your area, you would know, like, okay, this one to this one, okay, I'm going there. But it's certain areas that just like, no, no. This morning I was sharing with one of my Lyft rides that I had a scenario with somebody came in my car and told me that they had a pickup. I didn't know I was down in an area that I didn't even know was the area that I shouldn't be in. And he was like, I got to pick up, and pull me up at a parking space. And I'm a female now. I did this like 6 o'clock in the morning, which I don't do. And this is my learning lesson, okay? So we pull up at this parking space. Now, I'm a little street smart as well, just didn't know that area per se. And he pulled up and I said, sir, you're going off where? He said, you wait for me. I'm going to be right back. I got to go collect some money. I was like, what? I say, let me tell you something. If I see anything acting crazy up in there, I'm going to just let you know. I'm going to leave you right here. And then I felt a little uncomfortable then. So I turned my car around and I was like ready to take off. And he comes back, and when he come in my car, his hand had looked like he had punched somebody. And automatically, I was like, these people be using Lyft rides for their scenarios, and I don't want to be a part of that, to get caught up in no, you know, boom boom bang bang. I'm like, no way, honey. So I give him a 0. He had a 1 star. But this is the disadvantage that I always tell people too, to be mindful of your location as a female driver and know thyself. Because imagine if I didn't put one and two together in my own head to figure out, like, wait a minute, this, like, this don't look right. Or you have that that spirit that to just be like, keep a lookout, and you open your eyes a little bigger, like, okay, I'm not feeling this right now. But anyway, if I see something looking a little bit off, I'm out of there. So now I don't go in that area. I already know where to go, where not to go. And people that I pick up that take me into certain areas, I give them a 1 star, so that way I could detach myself from them, and they're not no longer connected to me. So that means if I'm in that area, because I detach myself, meaning you could unmatch yourself with individuals, what's going to happen is that they won't send them back to you. So that's the advantage that Lyft gives you as a driver, that anybody that come in your car, you try not to have any disputes with. Because right now, as you all see, people is missing a few, the gas prices they've gone up, and people mind has gone a little bit cuckoo, because they're trying to survive too. So no sense to me going back and forth with you in my backseat. I don't know what's on your mind and what you're struggling with. So I'm not going to fuss with you. All I'm going to do is unassign myself from you, and you would never ride in my car again. That's the advantage Lyft give you. Sometimes, like I mentioned the other day, you are focused also on making your money. So whenever it gets to the point that they send you a crazy ride, sometimes they send another ride right away, so you're not able to go in and follow the step in order to give that person a 1 star. And then they want to know why you're giving them a 1 star. Like, they ask a whole lot of insane questions. It should be a button that say, I don't want you no more in my car, like something like that, quick, so that when the next ride come in, you don't get distracted. But sometimes, that's how Lyft have it done, and you can't remember which ride that was unless you turn off, and then you lose money when you do that. So be mindful that it's just a couple seconds for you to hit that 1 star. Sometime it works and sometime it don't work. Hi, sis, brother Yogo, how are you? Welcome in here. Sister Tanya, how are you, sister? Hope all is well with you. Oh my goodness, how's everybody doing? Did you enjoy those views, Sister Tanya? I tried to get that sunrise for you. The girls came late. By the time they got to me, it was an hour and a half later. The sun had already come up. But you know what? God always worked in mysterious ways, because the sun was supposed to be slapping us going up those 2,000 and something stairs. And guess what? We didn't get a lick of sun. Not a lick of sun. On the way down, we got some, but going up, it was smooth sailing. And I said, oh, but God is so awesome, man. Because normally around 7 o'clock in the morning, you going to get that little slap. We didn't get no slap. The girls went all the way up. They did not give up, even though they wanted to give up. But, I kept them a little motivated. I was like, more passion, more energy. Get up in there. Come on. Y'all can do it. And they got motivated, and they made it to the top, guys. It was a great experience, especially to see other individuals for their first time doing a hike that they've never done before, first hike, and they felt like they accomplished something. So that was a good thing. Everybody was in great spirits and everything. So that's how we do it. Um, Sister Variah said, Lyft and Uber is how I get around. I prefer woman drivers over males. Yes. It's safer. And yes, doing Lyft as a woman, you must be extra watchful and careful. Yes, ma'am, you must be. Because at the end of the day, like, say for instance, I'm a female driver. um when people get in my car, I prefer you on this side, because I can see you, my peripheral vision. Some folks like to go in the back of me, and I will kindly ask them to move to the other side. Now, Lyft does um teach you as a rider, you know, that you want to get in on that side instead of going in people blind spots. That's just something, because you guys, I think, go through a training as well, but that's just common courtesy for you to be across from somebody, so they can see what's going on. Not everybody like to do it. The ones that sits behind me, I always ask them kindly, can you move to the other side, please? Because first of all the cars, when you're dropping them off, is on that side. So most of the time, unless we were driving, it's a one-way street, and they're dropping off on this side, you're going to be able to get out on this side. You still got to get off on your right side, so it's best to stay on your right side. That's just how it's been taught. It's like a little courtesy that Lyft try to get everybody into. So always, as a rider, you get on the right side of the car, because that's how we drive. We don't drive on the left, we drive on the right, and most of the drop off is going to be on that side, so it's best for you, and it's more safer as well to be dropped off on that side than you coming out on this side to get hit, because these streets over here in Hawaii is sometimes only one lane going and one lane coming. So that's very wise. And yes, sometimes the woman drivers is definitely a little bit more safer than and you feel more comfortable with a woman driver as well, Sister Variah. But most of the time, not everybody have access to get a woman driver, because they're very minimum. And on top of that, we have to also be available for a variety of different individuals too, that they'll specify, and it's only a small handful of woman drivers that I've come across in Hawaii. They do have a few, but not as much as the male driver. They're definitely a whole bunch of, I mean, some of them can't even speak English, but they're driving and taking you from point A to point B. Thank goodness for all the information that Lyft and Uber does give you. So yes. Yes, Sister Tanya say, I don't want you in my car no more. Yes, ma'am. That's what I tell them. I don't want him in my car no more. Like, and that's a good thing with it. Sometimes you get a lot of like rude people that will. I got like one rude person with the husband that was upset. Anytime I have to tell somebody, can you cross the crosswalk? That is like a curse word to them. They got so upset because I asked them to if they can cross to get on the right side, because where they were at, it was not safe for me nor them, and they got upset. Okay, at the airport, that man was coming in my car. I said, well, kindly you can find somebody else. I don't think I'm the best driver for you at this point in time. Oh no, no, that's okay. And he threw his tantrum. He was being very aggressive, and I just give him a zero, because he cannot drive in my car no more. Like, that's just it. This is my car. The little old lady that gave me a strike last week, the same thing. She got a zero from me. She can't ride in my car no more. Like, that's just how it is. It's my car. You coming in my car, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt to at least be kind and respectful, or don't say nothing. If you're irritated with me, just don't say nothing. Go do your thing, because I can sense if you are having a good day or a bad day, and I may just don't want you back in my car either. I'm gonna give you a little zero. So go ahead and make sure that you guys are being mindful. If anything crazy go down in the car and you're a female driver, you turn off immediately, put the money to the side, and call customer service and let them know, like, hey, that person that you sent to me was not all here mentally, and I don't want them anymore, and let them do all the work for you. Sometimes that works as well. But like I say, everybody want to make their little money. Sometimes you're so busy being busy and not paying attention that you will miss out, and then you forget which person it was, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I guess I won't see them anymore, and if I do see them, I won't accept their rides. But then they're the ones that will give you the flag, so be very mindful of that. Sister Tanya say, I love the mountains views, Sister Paulette. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so happy that you're enjoying all those mountain views. You remember the icy pond that I went on, the last hike with the water, the icy pond, the weather that we had just destroyed the entire icy pond, so that no longer exists, Sister Tanya. So those pictures that I posted and the live that I went on, that's a memory in itself, because it's no longer there. All the rocks just block the whole thing. You can't jump in it anymore. Everything, it's just all gone. All the little brigade, the the barricades that they had around it just got washed away. So that's one thing when you do certain hikes here in Hawaii, you want to take advantage of getting all the pictures that you can get, all the nice little experience, because you never know when a weather is going to come through and just wash it all out and it never exists. It acts like it never existed again. But I got great pictures and I shared them with Sister Tanya. So I'm glad that she turned around and, she's enjoying it. She's enjoying it. Happy to know that, Sister. Sister Mariah say, yes, I always sit on the right side, never directly behind the driver. Yes, ma'am. And I like that. And if I'm not, we are also taught, like we go through a course on how to deal with certain scenarios and certain things and stuff like that, so that way you're not, and I think even the riders get a nice little brief course on things that you can or you can't do, so that way you're able to know the courtesy of the car, which is a good thing. um Sister Mariah said it's crazy people out here in the world, dangerous and weird. Yes, ma'am. Like the other guy that gave me the strike, he was the mental health one, the one that was screaming through my window and crying for his dog, and and just throwing a tantrum, and then he's gonna give me a strike stating that he felt unsafe. Now imagine. I had to laugh at. Now that one, I went and I did a rebuttal because I was like, listen, I felt unsafe, and then they want to scold me and tell me I should call them. I was like, listen, I didn't. I mean, I know he was going through whatever he was going through, but how he's going to feel unsafe? It was me that felt unsafe, that he was going to jump out of my car, not so much to harm me, but to harm himself. So he's going to say he felt unsafe with me. Hi, Sister Elvira. Welcome to Life of Paulette. Hope all is well with you. So that's where I was at, guys, giving you guys a little feedback in regards to um my scenario for the last couple of weeks, and letting you know to pull through, just pull through it. Things gonna happen. I mean, I had last week and the week before that, it was all, when I tell you the devil was busy, he was busy. Life was lifing. I mean, it was giving me uppercut behind uppercut. I don't know if I was going to get a chance to breathe. Like I was underwater. Like I was the survival skills that you need in order to I, to go through all these different scenarios of life. And I keep saying, I said, Lord, I know I've been praying for patience, but I got it. Thank you very much. You could find somebody else now. I don't need no more scenarios. I don't need no more examples. I got it. Okay, I got it. I don't need to learn no more patience. Lord, please, I take that prayer back. Just find somebody else. I'm gonna start rechanging my prayer. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you ask, because the Lord definitely is going to make it happen. Okay? So I prayed for patience, and Lord, was I been given some scenarios, and right now I can't do it. I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want it no more, Lord. Please. It's okay. I got it. I got it. I think that was a lesson learned. Yeah, yeah, lesson learned. So if you all asking for anything, just know you're not gonna get it. Okay? If you ask for bread, you remember the people in the wilderness? They asked for bread. Lord, we want bread from above, just rain, and He sent them manna. They're like, we didn't want that. We don't want that. That's not bread. That's not wheat. Why you send us manna from above? And then everybody was thinking about, oh, I need to put some up for later. No, 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 no. We need to deal with today. We got to deal with today. So scenarios that happened last week, that was last week. I'm dealing with today, and guess what? Today's a good day. Today is a good day. And then sometimes, even when you say that, devil's like, really? Let me just throw some curveballs for her. But you know what? I'll be ready for those curveballs because I know they're coming. The moment you start saying, I'm so happy. Oh my God, thank you, Lord. Everything is going well. I feel good. I feel so nice. Everything is good to go. Guess what happens? That's when you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, but you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to take it. You gotta be ready to take it. Who is texting me? Somebody's texting me. You see how that works? Hold on, give me 1 second. I had to mute that text. But yes, guys, that's what Ellery. Who's Ellery? I don't even know who's Ellery. Somebody's texting me named Ellery. Sister Tanya say, oh no, it got destroyed. You enjoy those. Did I ever you those pictures with the waterfall? I think I did, right? Did I send them to you, Sister Tanya? Because if not, I'm gonna go ahead and just resend them out to you with the waterfall, because that waterfall is no longer there. It's gone. It's bye bye. I bid you good eve, baby. It's gone. It's no longer there. But we had a great experience with that one, you know. But yes, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Nothing fancy. Just recap from yesterday, a little bit in regards to today, and follow up from what happened last week in regards to lift, to encourage you guys, not to like discourage you with my bad scenario that happened to me, just to encourage you that we gotta speak up a little bit more, than not just because we are females we're gonna stay quiet. You could call customer service and let them know, because they know if they run backgrounds of all the riders, all those riders out there that ride in the back seat, if they will ever turn around and have to and check any backgrounds, guess what's gonna happen? They won't have nobody to drive in, because everybody got something. Okay, everybody got some, a little bit of here, a little bit of there, and they may or may not, be able to drive. Probably out of 100%, probably 90% will be like a no. So at the end of the day, they know why they're not running the customer's background. They're only getting their driver's background in check. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. They want to make their money. And sometimes we mentally focus on certain things. We want to make our money too. So, I can't beat them up too bad, because I have that thing. I mean, I'm like, listen, I want my money too, but then not at the cost of some crazy person who's in the back trying to jump out of my car because they missed their dog. That's crazy. Sister Tanya say, yep, you send them to me. Okay, I did send them. Okay, good, good, good. Well, anyway, guys, that's all I have for you. I am 2 minutes away from my drop. I started off, I did one lift ride. And by the way, my that one lift ride was a XG. By the way, he was proud of his thing too. I don't know why people be telling me all their horror stories. I don't know. They sit in the back of my car and they just break loose. They're busting loose, baby. I be like, oh my gosh, I don't need to hear all that information, because the person that know the most information, they're the first one to die. Have you seen that in the movie? Have you ever seen a movie where it's a suspense movie or whatever, and as soon as they see the bad guy do something, they're the ones under attack. They're trying to get rid of them real quick. I don't want to be that person. I'm like, no, 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 don't tell me anything. You keep that to yourself. I'm good. I'm good. Let's hear some praise song. I'll turn it up a little bit and they still be talking, telling me all their little stuff. I don't want to know. I do not want to know it. Keep it to yourself. I just want to get paid. I want my money. You be safe in the back of my car. I'm going to be safe on this side. And we all go about our merry way. That's all I want to do. But they want to go and talk and tell me all their G stuff. And some of them, I even have a few, the little, the woman that will come in my car telling me about her street life. I don't want to hear all of that. I be like, I don't want to hear say for them. Wish them all the best. And um, Sister Mariah said, don't tell me none. I I didn't see anything. Exactly. I see nothing. I was driving blind and my ears was deaf. Okay, the whole time. Cat William is a trip. But yeah, I want to be driving blind and my ears be deaf the whole time. Just leave me alone. I just want to get paid. You go about your way and I go about my way. That's all we want to do. But people just want to give it to you. And I'm like, do I have that type of spirit that people just pour it all out? I think they trust, and it's nothing wrong with that. I just do have that thing where people really do trust, and I'm not here to judge nobody. I don't judge nobody. I'll pray and I'll listen and I'll nod my head yes, 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 and say oh ooh, let my little niece be like ooh, my little niece, my little 2-year-old niece be like ooh, well that's all I can do for you. I'll be saying the ooh, and that's it. I don't have no, I'm not here to judge nobody, because you know what? Everybody's in their own struggle. Everybody got their feces in their worship, and we all need to clean out our own little feces in our worship. You understand what I'm saying? So I ain't have no time to worry about nobody else but myself. Pray for everybody. Don't be giving nobody no unsolicited opinion. Oh my God, I'm learning it the hard way, but you gotta learn it unless they ask you. You give it to them. Otherwise, stay in your lane, stay in your seat, mind your own business, and keep drinking your water. Make sure you drink a gallon of water a day. Okay, make sure you're doing that. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. I be